See, the thing about polls is that polls aren't just, I have nothing to post today, so let me post a poll because it's nice and easy. It's not about just getting a piece of content out there. Polls are so valuable if you use them in the right ways, and most people just don't use them in the right ways, and therefore they're not growing as fast as they actually could. Hey, what's going on, guys? If you're new to the channel, you don't know who I am, my name's Anthony. I run a 1 million follower network on Instagram and also run an Instagram marketing agency. I make videos like this to help you take your account from 0 to hero. So if you're trying to grow on Instagram, trying to monetize Instagram, or doing anything on the platform, this is the channel you want to subscribe to because we put out almost daily uploads teaching you everything about Instagram. I go ahead and I share my expertise on here, so make sure you go ahead and sub. With that said, let's get into the video. So most people use polls just simply to use them. It's just like, oh, this is this new cool feature, and a lot of people are using polls a lot in the beginning and now they're not. And I think you have a lot of people right now using polls in the right way, using polls on like left and right images and voting and stuff and increasing engagement, but a lot of people don't realize how powerful a poll actually is to use it to actually grow faster. See, the way you use polls to actually grow faster is by asking your audience very specific questions. Now, it can't be like boring questions. It has to be a little bit creative. It could be, you know, what style of content do you like, and you're posting up 2 styles of content or stuff like that. But basically, you want to use your polls in order to grow faster, to ask your audience questions for about what type of content that they like better. Instagram always will boil down to content. If your content is good, you can go viral, you can reach more people, people will engage on it more, and content is the foundation of Instagram. Like I always say, you know, whenever people are coming up to me for like, Anthony, can you grow my account? A lot of the times I look at these accounts and I say like, no, sorry, I can't grow them because the content it just doesn't allow me to. Nobody, no agency, nobody can grow an account if the content just sucks. And that's why your whole focus, aside from growing and aside from everything else that is just as super important on Instagram, has to always be, how do I make my content just a little bit better? How do I make my content just a little more engaging? How do I get my content out in front of more people? And all that boils down to better content. And when you can make better content for your audience, that audience will engage on it more, they'll have more posts going viral, and you'll be growing more. See, when I was working construction, I was doing HVAC, working and fixing AC units, we did something called troubleshooting. And what we would do is we would take a look at this AC unit and we would start from step number 1 and see, hey, does this work? Okay, that works, check it off the list. Does this work? That works, check it off the list. And you keep checking things off the list, checking things to make sure they work until you get to a point where there is a disconnect, where something doesn't work, and that is the part where you know how to fix. And it is the same thing on Instagram. No matter what area of Instagram you're on, whether you're running ads, whether you're trying to gain followers, whether you're having people hit your profile but they're not following you, you always go back down through this troubleshooting process, seeing what works, and then you find what doesn't work and you fix that, and then you keep going down, making sure there's no more issues. By using polls, you literally don't even have to go through that troubleshooting process anymore. I always say a lot of the times to look at pieces of content that have gone viral for you and study those pieces of content. Look at why they went viral and then try to recreate that piece of viral content. But with polls, you could literally post up 2 pieces of content that you think would do better and have somebody vote, and you don't have to go through a troubleshooting process. You don't have to go through a studying process because your audience will literally tell you, and based off the answer that your audience gives, that's obviously the style of content that you go for. And then in another week, you post another one that's getting even more niche specific, 2 more pieces of really similar content, and seeing which one they look better. This can go all the way as advanced to what types of colors they want. So having a blue hue picture next to a green hue picture and seeing what color actually engages more with the audience. Yes, it gets that deep, all the way down to the color of the picture. Once that is done, that's when polls are great for side-by-sides and vote this and vote that. But the problem is you want to use all that stuff, but you must be asking your audience questions. And even after you have everything figured out, make sure you always ask at least once a month that question about content or about anything else for your Instagram page, to make sure you're serving your audience best and to make sure you're retaining people from going inactive. And I think polls are the best way to do this, and they save a ton of time because you don't have to go through a troubleshooting process. So guys, that is how to properly use polls. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you comment below and let me know what you think. I give away Instagram audits every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where I go ahead and I completely rip apart your Instagram account, tell you what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right. If you want to win one of these audits, all that you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, and 2, all you have to do is leave a thoughtful comment down below. That is making you eligible to enter, and I pick someone every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to win. With all that said, guys, if you guys want a free advanced Instagram training where I expose exactly how to grow on Instagram, exactly what the big influencers aren't telling you, then I'll leave that linked below as well under free advanced Instagram training. So guys, keep grinding, keep hustling, and I'll see you all on the next one.